Okay, thank you, Dr. Satanshu, for making me a part of this wonderful, incredible instruction course. And I feel, each time we have these sessions, there is always a carry home point. I personally learn so much from these sessions, and I'm sure all the people who are attendees here should go back, taking some points. What I would like to start is capsulorhexis is one situation where if you go wrong, you're struggling all through the surgery. And the anterior capsule, most of the times people are talking about managing posterior capsular rhexis, posterior capsular rents. But here is a presentation managing the anterior capsular situations. So let us understand the first of all the physics of capsular rhexis, and we will see some helpful tips here. So there can be various situations like this in our capsule management. There can be situations where the rhexis has gone out, the rhexis has incomplete, small rhexis, peripheral tears, femtorhexis extending in hypermature cataracts, Argentinian flag signs. So we will see all of them. So there are a few basic principles which I'd like to share. First of all, let us understand the capsule is thickest between 5 to 7 millimeter area. Anytime you encroach beyond this area, this is the area where you start entering the zonular area, and the zonule will start pulling your rhexis out. Let us understand it. It looks like a trampoline. A trampoline is best stretched, and these zonules are stretching the trampoline at the periphery. So the moment you go to the edge, the chances of the capsule rhexis going out are going to increase. So this is your safe zone. 6 to maximum 6.5 millimeter is your safe zone. You go beyond that, the rhexis will touch a capsule zonule, and the zonule, by its inherent physical nature, will try and pull the capsule rhexis out. You need to maintain the anterior chamber pressure. You need to have a very controlled pressure. A very high anterior chamber pressure can also at times have your peripheral extension of the capsule rhexis, which will be very interesting as we go along. Now, the basic physics is that the centrifugal forces exerted by the zonules tend to pull the rhexis out, and the centripetal forces are exerted by a forceps or a needle, which tends to pull the capsule rhexis in. These forces are best balanced when the anterior chamber is flattened with viscoelastic. And if the chamber is flattened, then you can control the rhexis going out. Now, when do the forces start pulling it out? If the zonules are encroached upon, you go outside. If your viscoelastic leaks and the anterior chamber starts shallowing, or in hypermature cataracts where the intralenticular pressure is very high and the lens zonule tend to pull it out. This is classically what happens when the zonule is encroached upon. The zonule actually tends to pull the rhexis backwards, and then you have a peripheral extension. So you always should make sure that there is less or no aqueous within the eye before you start the surgery. If your rhexis starts going out, you should start pulling the rhexis inwards by creating an acute angle. And if your rhexis is going small, start creating an obtuse angle to take the rhexis out. Now we will see some interesting videos. Now this is a capsule rhexis which has got extended and it has been mismanaged. See what goes wrong. You can see the peripheral extension here. Now the surgeon is not taken care. He's being reckless. Surgery has happened. So what we do is now we pull the rhexis and we don't know what has happened. And see what happens. I will just fast forward the video. Once the surgery is finished, we realize that the rhexis has extended beyond the posterior capsule. The rhexis has extended from here to the posterior capsule, and you can see there's a complete posterior extension. So a lesson learned: whenever you have a peripheral extension, make sure you flatten the anterior chamber, create a new T, inverted T, or create a fresh incision. We will see a lot of videos of that. Now, saying that, I'll jump to the next video. This is in case you have a small rhexis. Now, this is a small rhexis. See what we do. I'm just going to fast forward the video. This rhexis is ending up being 3 millimeter. So what you can do is keep putting viscoelastic, and then you can enlarge this capsule rhexis to the size you want. So this is a double rhexis technique. In case you're landing up with a small rhexis, this technique is very helpful for beginner surgeons who will have a tendency to make a smaller rhexis, and you can make a larger rhexis by pulling the capsule rhexis reverse and spiraling it out. So once you keep spiraling it out, the rhexis will actually become bigger. We will jump to the next video. Now, this is an Argentinian flag sign in intumescent cataract. See what happens. So what we will do is, first of all, the thing is to reduce the intralenticular pressure. So first I put viscoelastic, I cut one tag, and then I go in with a needle. See what I do. I use my inverted technique. I go through the capsule, I suck out aspirate the liquefied cortex and reduce the intralenticular pressure. There is still an intralenticular pressure in spite of the fact that the capsule is broken. I have aspirated the whole part. Now the pressure within the bag, whatever bag is remaining, is reduced. Now I create a straight nick here. I have two flaps. These flaps can be held with a forceps, and I'll just fast forward it. I've got a lot of videos to show, and there. And you can do the same here. And now since the intralenticular pressure is reduced, you can control the cataract, do the surgery, and finish the whole thing. Now we go to the next video. This is Rexis has gone out, and oh, this is a video which may not work. Yeah, this will work. This is the Rexis which has gone out. So a lot of times what you need to do is use a jerk, put in viscoelastic, especially on top of the area which is extending out. Make sure that area is depressed. The capsule is folded backwards, hold it, and one jerk and you can break it. But if you are hesitant and if you pull, push, this is the time it will actually extend. I will show it again. I will show the video again. See, there is a peripheral extension. I've put in a lot of viscoelastic on top. I've flattened that area, reversed the capsular flap. Now hold it at the edge and one jerk. 1, 2, 3. That's it. This is what you need to do. You need to give a jerk to be able to master this maneuver. So we'll go to the next video now. This is another video. Yeah, this is a central pull. This is the Rexis has gone out again, but this is more near the incision. Jerk, and then as the Rexis start tearing, start pulling towards the center. But if you, at this stage, if the Rexis has extended and you have a tangential force, it will go to the periphery. So the moment you start pulling it towards the center, and you can complete the Rexis. This is another case. We'll show a lot of different short videos. The peripheral extension of an intumescent cataract. It's a brittle capsule. So what we use is, we feel that pulling will actually extend. Now we use a scissors to trim this and complete the Rexis. And once the Rexis is complete, you can actually deliver the Rexis. Just make sure that you lower the bottle height and do not do aggressive hydro procedures, because there's a complete extension on this side, but your Rexis has been completed. We go to another case where the Rexis edge will actually go out. You will see there is a viscoelastic leak. Just notice the bubble is going to come out. The moment there's a pull here, see what happens. Visco is leaking, bubble will come out, and the pressure will go down and the Rexis will extend. See, just see, watch. There, it has gone out because there was leak of viscoelastic. So the anterior chamber pressure went down. So how do you manage such a situation? Go in, give a tangential cut. Remember, the cut should be tangential, going away, as far away from this direction where the tear is extending. Now hold the edge and you can complete your Rexis. We will see another case. Now this is the patient moved. The keratome pierced suddenly. So you have two cuts now. This was a topical surgery. Surgery was being attempted. The patient moved suddenly. The 2.8 keratome went in and created two flaps. See. So I tried to pull the flap and I realized, no, pulling the flap will create a problem for me. I try and pull the other flap. I feel, no, this is not going to help. Now see what we do. Again, pulling is not helping. So I use a Vanas. So I create linear cuts with Vanas on these two flaps. There are two flaps which are created by the keratome. Now the second flap edge is being cut. And now since that is done, now the job becomes easier. All I need to do is, I've created two flaps, put in viscoelastic. And see, the whole job becomes so easy. I'll just go fast forward. The same thing is repeated on the other side and the Rexis is over. I just show probably one interesting more video, and after that, this I'll skip. This is something not unique. Yeah, this is interesting. Now see what happens. Now this is going to extend. So I'm just fast forwarding. See, the tear has gone to the periphery. Now you go to a fresh area. There is a raised intralenticular pressure. fresh, we go to a fresh area, we try to pull it, we cannot complete the rexis like that. We say, okay, fine. We use the cystotome, create a fresh cut, and then from there, hold it and bring it back and join the capsular rexis. I guess, Dr. Shandu, my time is up, though I have, oh, this is interesting, one 10-second video. This is a femtocataract in a white mature cataract. So I'm doing this surgery. There is, since a lot of times in a white mature cataract, you can have these tags which are not done completely. See what mistake I do. I've stained it with Blurex to identify. I think that the whole capsule has been tagged, and see what I've done. I pulled the capsule without separating it. See, it is still attached here. Without realizing, I pulled it and I have a peripheral extension. There, see. So even in femtocataract, you can have a peripheral extension if you're not careful, and before pulling the capsule, if you've not detached the capsule from all the sides. Thank you.